let's go to the fight with you and Mayweather, okay?
Yeah.
So you guys are fighting. Mark Anthony, I believe, is singing the national anthem. I intentionally went back and watched the fight again, just to watch the fight, because I watched it when it happened, but then, you know, you want to go back and watch the fight. And, you know, he comes out with 50 Cent. This is back when they were still friends together. And, you know, nowadays 50 Cent is always, he's been going after him for a while now. But he comes out with 50's at his prime. Fight starts, tensions high, craziness on, you know, what's going to be happening. First 3 rounds, I think you're up 2-3 on 2-1. The first 3 rounds, and then you have moments where at one point you're like, oh, I think I got him. I think, and there was some real moments where you go back and look at that. There's many moments like that. Was there anything like after a fight like that where you say, 2 weeks prior to that, I partied too hard. A week prior to that, I was with those 3 girls. I should have been. Again, I'm just making sure. I'm just telling like, hey, I was, you know, my diet was a little bit off. Do you go back and like, I remember when Michael lost to the Pistons, right? Right. And you see The Last Dance, and Michael lost to the Pistons, and he went and watched all the tapes, and he says, I'm just not strong enough. These guys are kicking my ass. Or when Kobe made those 2 back-to-back air balls, and Shaq comes back and says, no, I just realized when I came out in the NBA, I was a rookie. I made those 2 back-to-back air balls because my legs weren't strong enough, because in high school, you only played 30 minutes, 32 minutes, NBA's 48. Was there anything where you said, if I would have done this, I could have beaten? Yeah. Was there anything like that for you?
Nothing like that. I worked my ass off. I trained hard. The only thing that keeps any athlete from greatness is injury. And injury kept me away from literally winning that fight. I believe in the 6th round, I already had rotator cuff tears on both shoulders.
Is this public? Because everybody knows.
Oh, yeah, this is public. Okay. Yeah, this is public. And, but no, I trained hard as I can. I was focused. I was laser focused and ready to beat the guy. When the final bell rang, as a fighter, you know, deep down inside, you know if you win or you lose.
Did you know?
I felt that I won. I felt that it can go either way. I didn't feel like a loser, you know? I didn't feel like a loser, especially when Mayweather's father came straight at me and he goes, Oscar, you beat my son.
Wait, he told you right after the fight?
Oh, yeah.
So he tells you, and by the way, he didn't even come in your corner because he wanted $2 million. You wanted to give $500,000 plus if you win, another $500,000. So you wanted to give $1 million if you win. Exactly. He wanted $2 million up front.
Yeah, he did.
And he still came to you and told you that he thinks you won.
That I won. And so, again, I didn't feel like the winner. I didn't feel like the loser. I felt it could have gone either way. Yeah.
Okay. So,
and funny story about that, too. We had a rematch clause in our contract. This is something I negotiated as well. We had a rematch clause. If he beats me, I get a rematch. It was a 1-year clause. Guess what he did? He retired for 1 year and 1 day.
Are you joking?
No. True story. Retired for 1 year and 1 day. Nobody knows this, but it's in the contract.
Well, was when he said he retired for 1 year and 1 day, was that public?
I believe so. I believe he admitted why he retired for a year.
This is...
it's insane. It's insane.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. said he was retiring from boxing after beating Oscar de La Hoya on split decision on Saturday. I still plan on retiring, he told reporters after winning the World Boxing. So that...
He announced his unretirement 1 day after our contract was expired.
Wait, let me ask you. In the agreement you wrote, if now you know he did this, had you gone back, what could you have put in the agreement? Would you have put in, even if you retire, you have to fight within a year?
Even if you come back after a year, you still have to fight. I would have obviously put that in
if you put it, you guys would have had the fight.
Exactly.
So no shit. Yeah. So how often did you guys try to get another thing going? It was always, no, not interested. No, not interested.
Not interested. I'm retiring. I'm out of the sport. But sure enough, a day after that contract was over, he announces his unretirement.
Was it like a middle finger to you? Like, hey, you want to negotiate?
Absolutely.
And you knew it and he knew it.
I knew it. He knew it.
Okay. Yeah. And who was representing him back then? Who was he?
I'm not sure. I think it was Al Heyman or... Yeah, I'm not sure.
So, okay, let's go back to that. Let's just say you guys do have another fight and a rematch within that year, and he kept the commitment. the leverage is now on his end, right? Because you can now do 80-20 or 90-10. Right now, it's probably 70-30 or 60-40, whatever he decides to do.
Probably would have done, 50-50.
Okay, so let's say it ends up being 50-50. What's your level of confidence that you found leaks in certain areas that you watched the champ begin that you know you could have beaten him the second time?
Oh, yeah.
What were some areas where you like this?
Yeah, jab for me was always my key to win fights, because jab opens the door to everything. And the jab was just landing at will on Mayweather. But the fact that I had my rotator cuff injuries, it was just impossible to throw it. After the 6th, 7th round, it was just so flared up and in pain, I couldn't lift it. And so I believe, but even if I had the rematch, I would have lost. Because physically, I was just tearing down. I was just,
even if there was a rematch,
I think I would have lost.
Oh, wow. For you to be able to say that. Okay, so
because physically I was not the same anymore.
How old was he? How old were you when you guys fought?
I believe he's like 4 years younger than me. 4 years younger than me. But the difference with Mayweather is that he takes care of himself. He eats right. He doesn't party. He doesn't stay out late, whatever. He has his, he's laser focused.
And you were at the time.
At the time, I started to kind of derail. My mentality was, I'm kind of getting tired of this. It's almost time to hang up the gloves.
So you're 33. You said you're.
I believe.
How old were you
I'm not sure exactly how old I was. 33,
I'm
34.
Curious now. Now I'm curious to know.
But I was an old 33, 34, if that makes sense.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. And at this time when you guys are fighting, age-wise, so 07, you were born, what, 73, 07? Yeah, 73. Got it, yeah, 34.
34.
34. So, got it. So even if there was a rematch, okay, so for yourself, the game, within your weight category, when you think about best boxers, where do you put yourself? Do you still, do you internally put Mayweather ahead of you?
Yeah, you have to, because he's undefeated and he beat me, So naturally I have to.
Do you put yourself ahead of Manny?
Even though I don't want to, in my head, I'm the very best, obviously.
Of course.
But on paper, I would put myself, top 50 in the world of all time, And then you go, anybody can put me anywhere they want, right? But I would say top 50 in the world.
Yeah. So let's talk. In these uncertain times, if there's anything we need people to believe the future looks bright. So if you've heard about me saying this mission to you, we're on a mission to get 1 million people to wear this gear. And this is what we're doing. If you buy one of these hats, there's a category of buying one hat, getting the second one free. If you haven't yet worn this gear publicly, go ahead and test it out. Buy some of the gear, wear it in public, and see how many people will stop by and say, you also watch Valuetainment? You also follow PBD Podcast? I do too. Place your order. Go to vtmerch.com, click on the link above or below, place your order, and represent the VT and the PBD Podcast gear.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.